Okay, we're live here. Welcome back, guys, to the podcast. I'm gonna leave a quick reminder, real quick, before you get into this, to leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you want to. If you don't comment, that's fine, but just at least like the video if you're viewing it. I'm not asking for subscriptions. All I'm just asking for you guys to like the video. So, and also feel free to click on some other channels, the BitChute account and the BitChute channels, the Rumble channel, and including my Discord server on Rumble. I also have a Cash App below if you want to contribute to the podcast. Feel free to do so. So we'll be getting to this first subject. Uh, why I'm going to move out the U.S. soon, and was Nick Fuentes right about his view on marriage? Now, the first part of the story why I want to get out the U.S. so much, the U.S. I know some people, some of my subscribers that I know on Discord personally, gonna say, oh, the whole world is collapsing. Yeah. What's the point what's the point of moving out? The whole world is collapsing, but see, not all countries are messed up though. I mean, of course, the collapse will happen everywhere, but I mean, I mean, at least in other places, you're not going to have it as worse as America. America is the worst place it could possibly happen. Um, for instance, well, I was going to use a subject. For instance, if you're on a sinking ship, common sense will tell you to go on a life raft. Now, of course, you could escape in a life raft. Like if the Titanic sank, you have to worry about the cold waters surrounding the raft. But I mean, if you get on that raft, you have a more likely of a chance of surviving. Excuse me, real quick. I gotta blow my nose for a second. I just had a cold yesterday. Excuse me, I just had a cold, so I had to blow my nose. But yeah, yeah, but this America is now America. You have freedom versus other countries, but other countries really like you want to say they're strict, but they're really trying to protect their culture. For instance, weed is allowed over here in the United States, but for an example, if you go to Romania and smoke weed, they don't allow weed in Romania. So Romania don't, because even if you go over there to the Middle East, say if you're a woman mouthing off to a man in Dubai or whatever, or cussing a man out, putting your hands on another man, putting your hands on a man like you is over here. If you go to like Islamic country, being disrespectful to a man like you're allowed to do over here in America, of course you'd be thrown in jail. But should you go over there being disrespectful? No, you shouldn't. If you smoke weed, or if you smoke weed in another country, or I don't have no problem with weed, but you should just follow the rules. Now, some countries don't allow drugs because they're trying to protect their culture. So I understand that. What's up, White Sox? Hello. So yeah, that I completely understand why other countries don't allow certain things. Like China had banned K-pop. Now you would now you would ask why would China ban K-pop? Uh China will ban K-pop because K-pop is a bunch of effeminate men in South Korea who uh, how do I word this without getting my video flag? Who appear to be sissy like. So you get these sissies in South Korea going making femboy pop music, and that's turning the men over there in South Korea soft. And let alone the men over there in South Korea have been westernized, and they have problems and they have problems with testosterone issues too. So that's why China was trying to protect their cultures, because that's why China banned rap music too. Now China banned rap music because they wanted to protect their because China believes that rap music is immoral, so they wanted to go protect their culture from rap music. So rap music is also banned in China too, and K-pop too. So any type of degenerate music or any degeneracy at all is banned in China. Now TikTok is a Chinese company, but the TikTok for us is more stupid versus China. China don't allow degeneracy on their TVs. Even Japan is not even degeneracy. Like now, you have anime people like people gooning off to anime and lolicon and other stuff, but the Japanese people don't have it worse as like the Americans. Hello, White Sox.
What's up, man? You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I just gotta mute the mic when I don't talk, right? Because the sound I have a microphone on the desktop, so it starts to they call it echo.
Oh yeah, you're not outgoing. You completely good.
Okay.
So, what do you think about people moving out the United States of America?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's like they call it a respectable choice, right? Because the way the U.S. is going, it's like it's going downhill, and plus other countries got better buying power.
Yeah.
So I understand why they do it.
Now, you don't want to move to any other country because let's say if I say, okay, I'm gonna go from America to the UK is westernized because every westernized country is falling. Now, Sweden, because Jordan had in Discord was basically talking about how like Sweden is more advanced for a European country because Sweden have better policies and they have like a better cultural background too because they like ban OnlyFans on there too. Like certain countries, you can't do stuff like over here in America. I'm not going to say they give people too much freedom because people deserve freedom, but we should basically make the freedom. We should basically like make give people like the freedom to be moral. You know, we shouldn't allow OnlyFans over here in America. We shouldn't like certain stuff we shouldn't allow, but like give the people freedom. Like I
Yeah,
don't think OnlyFans should be allowed over here in America or any form of prostitution.
yeah, I
We
agree.
we
It's
should
just
start either locking them up or fining them for it.
yeah, OnlyFans is destroying everything. It's degenerates. You know, it shouldn't exist, in my opinion.
Yeah. So like if I were to move to another country, I would like probably move to I don't know about Thailand because Thailand seems kind of westernized too. But I'll probably move to like I'll probably go to Thailand, but I don't know because I did want to go to South Africa too because I like the African food and ever since I like went to the African restaurant, I've been like doing research in South Africa. South Africa really doesn't seem that bad. Seems peaceful most places. So I would like rather like probably go to either Thailand or I'll probably go
Armenia,
to Romania though, like travel to Romania.
yeah,
Romania looks nice.
Armenia seems nice too, from what I see.
Yeah. Like the people in Romania are different. They're not like trashy like American people are. Not trying to talk shit about anybody. American people like they're the worst.
Yep, pretty much every westernized place besides maybe Sweden, like
Yeah.
you said, like Jordan said. I mean,
Now over there in Canada, is it like worse as the United States? Like far as the people, like the degenerate people, like every time you go to a Walmart, you see like a woman like wearing tight yoga pants or like people sagging in public, like people like how like people carry themselves in an idiotic way over there in Canada. Because over here in the United States, it's totally bad over here with that.
yeah, it's the same here. Like almost. I mean, it depends what area you go to. If you go like to some ghetto city, you'll find that shit.
Yeah,
It depends. Yeah, Canada's pretty much the same as the U.S. almost.
yeah, and then that's another thing about these westernized countries. They always get ghetto cities like Manchester, London, like even England is starting to like become ghetto. You get people being stabbed in Manchester, London. But like if you go to a country like Romania has like poor thugs too that'll rob you and stick you up if you go in the wrong place. But like the robbers and the poor people stay in their own zone. They won't go over there and fuck with other people. They just stay in their own zone. They like stay in the area for poor people, and then the rich people or normal people stay in the zone for normal people.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's like it's not like South America. I guess when it comes to that.
Oh yeah, I'll never I'll go to South America, but I'll never move there. Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But yeah, Armenia seems nice too. I have to do more research on it, right?
Yeah, Romania's nice.
Yeah, I
Then
bet
I wouldn't
Armenia.
mind moving to Dubai though. Well, you know what? I'm not even rich, so I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't
Yeah,
care
Dubai.
about Dubai, but like Romania would be number one on the list though.
Yeah, Dubai. I wouldn't put on number one because no, gotta be rich there mostly, and like they have an exploitive expats program.
Yeah.
I know every country in the world, yeah, has wage slavery, but it seems worse over there in some ways.
Oh, you said worse over here in Dubai, wage slavery.
Like they exploit people for a little amount of money, very little, make them work in the hot conditions to obviously build these big ass structures.
You got all those damn rich people out there too.
Yeah, too. Yeah, that all toxic ritualistic culture.
Yeah, it's totally fucked up.
Like LA, almost.
Then if you go to a rich part in Dubai, you wouldn't see like whores walking around the street and like street thugs and like because over here in America, it's like a mixture. You get a mixture of poor people and rich people like coexisting together in a city, which it shouldn't be like that. Not to discriminate against poor people, but like successful people belong to successful people. You shouldn't just have like just a group of people just fucking shit up for everybody else. They should like
Yep.
get their own zone or stay in their own zone.
Yep. That's better because yeah, they get jealous and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's just yeah, so I mean it's because I mean if it's because I mean if I mean if people because like for instance I mean for instance like if yeah like so like certain people should just yeah, like if I was rich, I would like move to like Thailand or whatever because it's cheaper and like I don't know if you believe in the whole passport bro theory, but it's like it's like if you move out the U.S., like your dating chances will be slightly better. I think it's still the same though.
Yeah, I don't think it's any different. They just use it for resources.
Yeah,
Water.
but see, guess what though? Marriage comes with a cost, and dating come with a cost. It's always going to go come with a cost, no matter what, whether it be your resources, looks, time, status, resources. Now, however, all that stuff could be slightly cheaper in another country. You go
Yeah,
over there to Thailand, their standards will be lower. They'll still have standards
less demand.
and suck up your resources, but it's going to be less, and you will get more versus over here in the United States. So I'd rather go over there where I can get more for the price, other than over here in America where the prices is overcharged for a small amount of quantities from the woman.
Yeah, and plus they're in a lot of they're a lot, what do you call it? They be on some bullshit too, right? The ones in the U.S. like, they put restrictions like you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah, like the American women are a fucking American women are like American women are like men with vaginas. They fucking like to dominate the damn men.
Yeah, I know. They're so masculine compared to other countries.
Yeah, because even if femboys be even more dress more feminine, and act more feminine than the fucking real women, then that's a damn shame.
Yep.
Then like most women too are like heartless motherfuckers.
Yep. Especially if you're not the chat or whatever.
Right. I'm about to show you this clip though. This is literally how entitled women are.
Make a deal. We take four for a test drive. You can buy me two. So whichever one you want to just buy me them off rip, or you want to test drive. How you gonna get home? Where are you going? Okay, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and get it in mine, and then you gonna wonder where it came from. and keep walking. And we're done, by the way.
You're telling me you want 4 cars, but these cars are 200.
Okay, well, we can take 4 for test drive.
4 fucking cars,
bruh. She acts like a 5-year-old, yo. Probably even worse than that.
right? 4 fucking cars. It depends on what race of woman you date too, because if you like date black women, they'll like require more from you too.
Yep.
No, yeah, I really don't bother dating black women.
Yeah. Same here. I mean, I pretty much lost interest in every race, but yeah.
Yeah, like in my opinion, black women are like the worst because like it's like they like more manlier in nature, and it's like they're more manlier in nature, in my opinion, because I think black women are born with too much testosterone in their system. They're born like that. In my opinion, you know, not all of them. Some of them are.
Yeah, true. There's some with feminine features and some that are more masculine. But yeah, talking with majority, it seems like.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why that's why I really don't bother too much black women. I mean, any race of women, I just lost interest in them. I don't want shit to do with them, but definitely not black women. I tried with them, and then they like to treat me too mean. So yeah, I mean, hold on. There's this one video where this guy this is one guy came across this video. He's talking about like how he like moved to Thailand. Hold on, let me access it real quick.
What's going on, man? It's your big brother Trend Genius, and you're tuned in again to another exclusive video. As y'all can see, once again, I'm on another beach in Thailand. Okay, this is one of numerous beaches out here. Okay, Thailand has so many beaches. It's like you can make a whole itinerary to plan out which beach you're gonna visit that day. Okay, so as long as you stay subscribed to my channel, man, make sure you subscribe. You're gonna probably see me near beaches most of the time because this is a good vibe out here, good energy, good synergy. Travel, people who like scenery, forest, hiking, jungles, animals, it's way better than America. I mean, you're just not gonna see monkeys walking around people in America. Know what I mean? You're just not gonna be able to ride no elephant in America, or pet a tiger or a lion in America.
Now, okay, this where I could like disagree because he says like basically like the wild forests in Thailand are way better than America. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool and badass to like see tigers and monkeys walking around like on the trail or whatever. But I mean, over here in America, like you like stumble across grizzly bears too, which that's way worse than like stumbling across like wild monkeys on the pathway. Because Thailand and like Asia in general, they have like small monkeys. It's not like the ones in the African jungle where it's like to rip you to shreds. They're like the small monkeys you see on YouTube.
Yeah, those are those ones.
Yeah. So, but back to what I was saying, like the America actually has some parts of America actually have good wildlife preserves too. Like if you like
Yeah,
if you go to like to Montana, it'd be in like North Dakota and South Dakota.
Or Yellowstone. It's nice, man.
Yeah, Yellowstone. I'll probably be scared to go to Yellowstone because like the volcano there. No, you know what? I actually would like to go Yellowstone because like the volcano there.
Yep.
Over here, you can do all that stuff. Okay. Now I have to admit, America, yes, a lot of people go to America because they heard that you can live the American dream over there, which I guess for some might be true. The American dream does exist for some people. But if you ask me, I think you got to be asleep in order to experience the American dream. Okay.
Very lucky too.
Me is I just wasn't never asleep. I was always awake. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what dream are they talking about? Okay. But like I said, most people that go to America, you know, they want to go and experience like a life where they don't live in poverty and stuff. You know, people come from these other countries and they go to America because America, it appears on the outside as though it's very prosperous. And I would say to an extent, yeah. But when you grow up in a society like America, you don't really look at what other people see as prosperity or abundance like everybody else. You know, a lot of us watching this video, we grew up wearing name brands. You know, I grew up wearing name brands ever since I was a kid. You know, a lot of us grew up driving, having cars, riding in cars, having the privilege to have a vehicle. Okay. So I got to keep in mind, a lot of people never.
Okay, so he says basically like America looks prosperous on the outside, but it's really not. I mean, that's true. Like America's prosperous in certain ways, like the welfare system is prosperous, but they want to slash the 50% of the fucking welfare system now. Like, I understand people abuse the welfare system, but you really got people who need it too. Like they want to slash funds on food stamps, Section 8, because Donald Trump says gonna well, by January the 26th, the day after Christmas, the government shutdown is going to begin. He's going to have another government shutdown again. So they open the government again for the holidays, and then they open the government back up for the holidays to keep the people distracted, and then they want to shut the holidays down again. They want to shut the federal system down again right after the holidays.
Yep.
So America looks prosperous from the outside, but when you go into it, you know all the benefits are slowly going away from the country.
Exactly.
So it's really not like the limit's really not worth the squeeze anymore.
Exactly. Same thing happening up here too.
Like if me and you were if me and you were like born as baby boomers, instead of like being Zoomers, we I'll probably be like driving a Dodge Demon right now. Because like baby boomers could like afford to have cars when they was in high school. You literally had boomers driving in Dodge Demons, younger than me, like when it was in high school. Because I'm only like 19, but you like had baby boomers in their high school senior year or high school, in the high school senior year driving Dodge Demons, picking up all the chicks and shit. Like the baby boomers had it easier versus Gen Z, because if you fast forward now, most people can't even fucking afford to have a car. It's expensive. So you
can't afford rent, man.
So you'll probably get some piece of shit car for like $7,000 or like even more than that.
That's if we're lucky. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, like that's crazy. Yeah, I can continue.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not saying America is not prosperous, but like the benefits of America is slowly going away. I mean, all the benefits are slowly being cut from the government. I mean, so yeah, it's basically it is what it is.
Never had none of this stuff that Americans have the opportunity to experience today. All right, but as far as you being an American, being born and raised in the United States of America, the stuff that other people see as like good stuff, or you know, like stuff that you should have or is cool, it's not really cool to us. I know it's not cool to me. Here in Thailand, like I said, it's just like I thought it was. It's more peace. I'm waking up in the morning and I'm at peace now. You know, once upon a time when I was waking up in America, I was just stressed, man. Like, and I was stressed because I felt limited. I don't know if you feel the same way, but America made me feel like I can't do but so much with my potential or my talents, you know, because it's such a competitive society. You know, America is a lot of people competing with each other, you know, and I'm just not the type of person that always want to compete. You know, I'm the type of person to help somebody else win. You know, I like to see other people succeed. I'm happy like living like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, America does have its pros. Like it's a place full of laws, restrictions, you know, insurance. You can't. It's so many rules in America that a lot of countries don't have. And yes, these rules play a part in your everyday life because, you know, it's supposed to keep you safe, or it's supposed to be able to create equal opportunity for the average American citizen. That's what it's supposed to do. But if you see it like me, having too many rules, restrictions, and regulations and laws in place, they are destined to be broken. And I think that's why you see so much crime in America. And that's one thing I'm noticing about America looking outside in. Like when I see news, like this morning when I looked online on Instagram, it's just toxic news. I'm just constantly seeing something bad happening in America. You know, somebody robbing a mall, somebody shooting up
Yeah. You do have like a lot of mass shootings in the country too, but it's probably mostly stems from like political shit.
Yeah, or you're getting treated like shit mostly. The society.
Yeah, they got to be triggered. I mean, I wouldn't say the person is pure evil for that. I mean, it depends on the intentions, but mostly they're just triggered by society. Because like most of the mass shootings, most of them are just triggered for like how society basically is. Either you could be triggered from like political shit. Some people do it for religious shit too, but that's like the Islamists that like they go on the side of a building and say Allah Akbar because they believe like if you blow yourself up, you get 21 virgins. But
Yep.
yeah, then you got the other people that do it in schools too, because they're like lonely kids that have been picked on and bullied, which I can see why. I mean, so most of these mass shootings come from I would say most of the mass shootings come from people being fed up.
Yep. I agree with that.
Yeah.
public place.
My little miracle is Beckett.
You look great.
A month after his third birthday.
Assassinations. You know, it seems like America from outside looking in, it thrives off fear. It's like everybody is focused on the same drama. You know, it's like they pull you in to this TV box and they make everybody think the same thing. They make everybody see the same news. You know, everybody's worshiping celebrities. Everybody's watching the famous TV show. You know, everybody's in everybody's business in America. That's how I see it from outside looking in. I see a bunch of people that's pocket watching other people, competing with them. You can't get ahead because and won't nobody let you get ahead. You can't connect with people like you want to. You can't network with people for your business.
Well, right. I mean, you literally it's hard. Like American people will prosper and get ahead, but like the goalposts will always be moved. Like the baby boomers was able to do good for themselves.
Yeah.
Gen Xers was able to do good for themselves. Now some of the millennials too, but for Gen Z, like due to inflation, the goalposts got moved. So now it made it harder for us.
Yeah,
So
no
we
inflation.
really can prosper in America, save up money in America in some instances because it's going to be hard to do so because everybody's out for your money.
It's also because of AI too, right? Like that's another thing.
Well, AI.
The population increasing as well.
Oh yeah, the population increases too, but
All those combined hand in hand.
I wouldn't say it's too much of AI. I mean, the job slashes are happening. I mean, some of it is AI too, but it's mostly from like the inflation. But no, like everybody in America is like out for your money. The insurance is out for your money. The bill collector is out for your money. The banks is out for your money. Credit cards is out for your money. Uh, which credit cards are usury, by the way. The utilities out for your money, and utilities should be free. Electricity should be free. Electricity could be generated through solar panels.
Yeah, exactly. We have to move to make electricity free. But yeah, we make people pay so much.
Because you can make your own electricity if you want to, like through an AC motor. I think it's
Yeah, you can make it through
it's AC motor.
You can make it through a river, right? Like turning the turbines.
Yeah, but yeah, you have to use like AC motor. Then water should be free too, because all we just do is filterize the water, and and we should be able to grow our own food. So like everybody's out for your money. The grocery store is out for your money. Like everybody's just out for your money.
I mean, yeah, the system's designed that way to keep you stuck. Like it's all intentional. Even taxes, a lot of these taxes are necessary.
And I got one more question too, because why do we have to pay? Because okay, why? How come we have to pay the hospital all these? Why we have to have insurance? If we have this trillions of fucking dollars, how come America can't cover? How come the healthcare industry can't be free? You break a bone, you don't have to pay because like the doctors would be paid by the government.
Yeah, facts, bro.
We got trillions of fucking dollars, but Americans still have to pay for their own health problems. How come you slashing benefits and government benefits that the poor people need, only for the rich people not to be taxed? It's gonna lower the taxes for the rich people, because you got the American people saying Trump is gonna lower the taxes. Yeah, because he's gonna take your poor ass off the benefits and lower the taxes for the rich people. Trump works for the rich people. He works with the Zionists. That's why both of your politicians wear small hats. The Biden wore a small hat. Trump wore a small hat. I'm trying to listen to the other presidents. Ronald Reagan wore a small hat. Any president almost all your presidents wore a small hat, but John F. Kennedy was the only president who didn't wear a small hat and who didn't bow down to the Israeli wall. So they assassinated him because he didn't
that
program,
because he wasn't going with the agenda.
Yeah, and Ronald Reagan also because like all the other presidents, he didn't wear a small hat like the other presidents did. So that's how I knew he was going against the agenda. Because you also like got the small hats like on like the bankers like getting over on the regular people.
No, say it again.
I see you also get like the bankers, the small hat bankers getting over on the regular people.
Yeah, them too.
Yeah.
Don't trust these banks, man. Like
growth, because again, everybody is competing with everybody in America. And it's just not like that in Thailand. It's just not like that. I haven't experienced that yet in Thailand. I feel like America is morally corrupt and spiritually broken. I really do feel like that. And as a spiritual person, I don't think it's a thrivable place for people like you that want to come close to come close with yourself, get in alignment with yourself, live a better life. In America, it's just there's no way to win, bro. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how many cars you drive. I don't care how much you think you ahead of anything. I just feel like you're never gonna get ahead, bro. Like you really think in your head, because it's not meant for you to get ahead. It's meant for you to constantly be trying to work and work and work and work until you can't work no more. And then in the end, you get this little bit of money to go on a vacation with for a few months. It just don't add up. Out here in Thailand, man.
Well, you'll be lucky if you Shit, sorry about that. I got messed up lungs from being sick the other day. But in America, you'll be lucky if you save up that much money to go on a vacation, because your retirement account will be eaten up by all the fucking bills you have to pay. On top of that, you might not even get enough to save up anyways.
Yeah, you won't, man. It's sad, man. But look at these jobs; they don't pay much, and
Why would we work? Why would we slave away all the years anyway to save up money at the end instead of starting at a young age and investing at a young age? Because they always tell us, basically the system is designed where the older you get, like you have to wait if you want to be successful. Wait until you get older.
Yep.
I don't want to be successful in my 30s. Like just you reach your top peak at 30s or reach your top peak at your late 20s. I'm supposed to reach my top peak right now. You had Kings. You had Kings is 14 years old. You had 14-year-olds back in the day running kingdoms, invading kingdoms, uh, taking shit over at 14 years old. So right before they went through puberty, they was running shit. This was the ancient world back in the day. Like before everything became industrialized. Like when right before they went through puberty, they was running shit.
Yep. Because probably the human lifespan was lower, right? So you probably
Right.
you have to have it all figured out, at that age. But now, like, people live 90 years, almost a century. So
Right,
yeah,
but nowadays, in modern society, you have to wait till you're 30 years old to hit your top peak. But you had people in their top peak at 14 years old, and like eight, like like 14 and 15 and 16, like they was really young teen, like they was teenagers, but they was at their top peak in the ancient world. Versus, like the more we get into this industrial society, the more watered down shit is.
yep.
So I shouldn't have to worry. I shouldn't have to wait to be 30 years old, or late 20s or 40s, just to be at my top peak. If I'm at my top peak at 30s, then I already have a wife and kids, where I'm gonna have to spend most of my life attending to them, which I missed all my years, like my younger years when I had full energy to go on these vacations. Now I probably couldn't do all this stuff because I have a wife and kids now.
Exactly.
What up, Jay?
Yo,
Hey, Jay.
how's it going?
Nice.
Not much, man. It's good.
What's going on here?
Oh, we're just talking about. I was telling him why we'll move out the United States in a few years, and my views on marriage, and we'll be talking about Darkshadow hits his mom.
What?
The flame guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that's the flame. That flame guy that yeah, because I was in his comment section the other day, and he like got super defensive about the situation, 'cause, like what I brought up to him, that he hits his mom, the allegations. He got super defensive because if somebody, like for instance, if somebody accuses me of hitting my mom, which I know that's not true, I wouldn't get defensive, because if a person gets extremely defensive, then they're guilty of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been at more peace than I've ever been in my life. I mean, I literally can walk outside and come out here at this beach and not have to look over my shoulder and see if somebody's stalking me, or I don't have to worry about some freaking psychologically, mentally unstable person.
For a young Native entrepreneur to thrive,
coming out here and shooting up the beach. You know what I mean? It's just so much stuff you don't worry about out in the open, in the freedom of Thailand, that you have to worry about back at home. Like when I left out my condo, I don't even remember, sometimes I don't even gotta lock the door. Literally. I mean, the sense of safety that you get being out here,
lock the door.
It's priceless. And for a lot of y'all that stay in the States, that's just one factor that's keeping you from your greatest feelings of happiness. It's just your own safety in the country of America. You know what I mean? Traffic, it ain't really, it's traffic out here like everywhere else, but you ain't got a bunch of people riding in cars to create no major accidents. Everybody ride mopeds. People taking it back to the traditional stuff out here. Well, they've been doing it riding bikes, scooters, horses. Yeah.
Sure.
See, I noticed that like in certain countries, like in other countries compared to America, like you could like get around on mopeds. The railroad transportation would be much better and cheaper. So like they use like transportation, like it's not like car independent where you have to have. I mean, it's still good to have a car everywhere you go, but it's really not that car independent because like their transportation is way better. I mean, because I live like out in a rural area, like 1 hour away from Chicago, so I like at a like I'm distanced from everything. I mean, I could technically walk here to my job, but like if I want to go to the Walmart or wherever, I like have to take a bus, like a 40-minute trip.
Yep, it's the same here too.
Because I live,
everything.
I was like that over there in Toronto too.
Oh yeah.
I thought if you live like in the city, because you had better transportation. Because I live out in the middle of nowhere, so technically I really don't have that much transportation.
Yeah, I mean, still in the city you could bike, but still everything is distance. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Horses. People riding horses out here in Thailand. You can ride four-wheelers, RVRs, ATVs, and it's normal. It's normal. But like I say, unlike the States, you gotta have a car, you gotta pay car insurance, you gotta fill it up with expensive amounts of gas, you gotta get oil changes, you gotta get maintenance and repairs done, you gotta keep the car clean because you want to make everybody think that you live in this fancy life. And that's why I'm saying, like, everything in America is all about praise of fame.
Yeah,
it's like
true.
Everybody wants to be a celebrity. Everybody wants to be famous. When really, that's not really what life is all about. Life is about peace, happiness, and freedom. If you're able to put yourself in an environment like Thailand, you will experience peace, happiness, and freedom. This is freedom and peace at the same time, just being on this beach showing y'all that if I do it, y'all can do it. Happiness. I can walk out every day I've stayed here. I literally walk outside and somebody want to do something for me for free. Literally. Yesterday, this girl bought me some chicken wings and some shrimp fried rice. I ain't even tell her to.
Oh yeah, that's another thing about Thailand too. Like the women over there will literally worship you if you go over there. Like they'll buy you shit because you can go over there in Germany too. Like the German women will know how to treat their men good too. Like if you go to Germany, they'll like buy you beer and like if you go at a bar, they'll like buy drinks for you and like buy you meals and shit.
Yeah, it's part of Germany, but yeah, I know these other countries or cultures like to be more, not egalitarian, collective, right? So
Romanian women are like that too.
Yeah, like these like non-Western countries more like collective, not individualistic, unlike the U.S. and Canada.
Germany and Romania are Western countries.
I mean, like Western, yeah, I know Germany's Western, so I'm surprised at Germany.
We're talking about like American Westernized, like the rebellious women, degenerate people, cancerous foods.
You know what's funny is, like this guy's mentioning going to Thailand, like escaping like the American life. And this is not the first time that I've heard this. I've heard this from so many people. I don't understand why somebody would go all the way to Thailand when they could just go to Mexico. It's legitimately right across the American border. And if you're lucky, you can like live on like one of the tourist towns, like Guatemala. What's that other one right next to LA? Tijuana. And like you can legit come to America back and forth with a U.S., United States citizen pass, and like if you're lucky, you get dual citizenship in Mexico and own like land and shit, and like, or you can live in America and like come back and forth and like do business here and there. I don't understand why people go so far away when you can legit like experience everything that this guy's saying just over here, you could probably save more money by just going to Mexico and living there. I
Well,
mean, like
like,
the cartels there, but I mean, I'm sure there's like the same amount as like crime in Thailand as there is in like parts of Mexico.
want to like be like if you like try to get with the women out there, like they'll like put some drugs in your food or drink, and then like
I mean, I doubt it. I mean, you know, I've met people that live here and own houses here and also own houses in Mexico. And I mean, a couple of the people said, yeah, I went to like bars. I've met like members of the cartel, you know, they're just like young people, you know, and like, you know, I don't think like that happens as much as, you know, like the news would probably tell you. I mean, as long like the only thing that I know, like the cartel or like any kind of like targeting has happened in Mexico. I heard this story a while back of this guy. He was like some fucking Mexican like singer. Forgot his name. And he was like, he's from America and he's just like dissing the cartel a hell of times. So when he finally had a show in like Mexico, they pulled up on him and I think they killed him. But I think it's like you know, if you mind your own business, you know, it's like the mob is like in New York, you know, as long as you don't like you know, like diss them or say anything like in a negative fashion to where, you know, they take offense to it. I mean, you should be fine. But I think that's like everywhere though, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all I can think of. But I don't think if you go to like a place you'll get like drugged. I mean, like they probably do that in Thailand. They got like fucking red light districts there. There's probably so much drugs and
lady boys,
trannies and prostitutes and roofing people there and stealing your money.
They got like a lot of lady boys there too, because like some of the lady boys you could like, well, I don't know, but like it depends on the person. Like they can easily trick you, like some of the lady boys that get there, because like some of the lady boys be like looking thick as shit.
Yeah, but you could go to Mexico and you don't even have to worry about that problem. I don't even think like trannies are a big thing there. It's just like, you know, women. And you know what though too, a lot of like Mexican and like South Americans, you know, they have like European roots, like, you know, like from like Spanish and Spain conquest and stuff. So, you know, a lot of them are like mixed race from like, you know, what they call indigenous and then like Latin. So, I mean, like, you know, there's not too many like trannies, you know, there's like real women, you know, and they're pretty. Yeah. I think you're better off going to like somewhere in South America than fucking Thailand. Because like them people over there, like they got so many like them trainees. And a lot of the dudes are like feminine looking too. So like it's hard to even tell. But like even if you're like in Mexico, you could tell like a Mexican man trainee to like an actual woman. Like, you know, it's like comparing like a white man tranny to a real white woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because even I'll tell like my coworkers, like I would like basically I would move to Thailand, and then they'll like say some shit like, "Oh, you just going there for the lady boys," and I say, "No, it's not. It's not even known for that. It's just for cheaper prices." But then they'll like make jokes saying that's for the lady boys or some shit like that, or they'll like assume that's what you're moving there for. If you like talk about Thailand.
Yeah, my uncle goes to Thailand.
Yeah,
he was doing some broad over there. And for the last couple of years, I don't know if he's still with her, but I think she just used him for his money.
Yeah, that happens in Thailand too. Yeah, because I hardly hear people being used for their money over there, like in Mexico and South America.
Yeah, but that happens everywhere.
Yeah. Now in the Philippines, they get you there too, or
she's just a cool girl. She took down my number. She texted me and said, "Are you hungry? I can buy you something to eat." Because she know I'm not from here. And she probably was thinking like, maybe he don't know where to eat at. Yes. Bought me food just like that. Had it delivered to me. Didn't have to do it. Like I said, every day I went out, people say, guys, fellas, the men out here, hey man, you want to ride? I mean, I'm walking, right? I could be walking like this. I done had guys waving me, smiling with a McDonald's smile and ask me, do I need a ride somewhere? Out of the blue. Out of the blue. People is nice like that. When you walk outside around here in Thailand.
Well, it doesn't mean that some people are nice to be nice, but they're probably doing that because he's an American. If you go over there in Thailand, they look at you as being American, so you could be like idolized because they look at you from being like coming from a rich country. So if you're an American, of course they're gonna buy food for you and treat you nice. It's more like a status thing because you also got to ask yourself too, would the women or would the people be that friendly like that towards each other in Thailand? It's more like it's more like status shit.
Man, anywhere you go, man, people just, hey, people just happy to see you. Fellas, women out here, they saying hey to you like you a superstar. Hey, like all 5 of them. Hello, hey, can I do anything? Can I rub your feet? Hey, can I brush your hair? Can I brush your teeth? Like, where they do that at? Like bruh, I'm not even making this up. It's really nice people out here. And like I said, back in America, you'll be lucky if somebody say something to you, hey to you, or good job, keep up the good work. You'll be lucky if somebody say that to you 1 week, especially if you're not even a woman. And then if you're a woman and you get...
There's another video I'm finna react to. It's a guy.
Back.
It's Remain. Sorry guys, my lungs are a little fucked up from yesterday.
I just had to come back from a coffee break, you know.
You said what?
I had to drink it, get my coffee. So yeah, that's why I was.
Is this a lesbian?
No, this is not a lesbian. This is a Romanian guy. He looks like a lesbian because he has like face shaved.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Got some rosy cheeks. Looks like a dyke.
Yeah, do look like a dyke. But like if he, because he looks like he like never went through puberty.
The major differences between the US and Romania are basically transportation. Everyone in America takes a car. A lot of people take cars in Romania, but a lot of people also take public transport. The food is definitely different. In America, we have a huge blending of cultures, and we have so many different fast foods that you can go out and eat. And we do have hamburgers and other things that are more native, where in Romania, it was more the native Romanians, and what they ate was kind of the food you got. So it was incredible to see that contrast. I also think personalities are different. People in Romania are more blunt and straightforward and will tell you how they feel, which I personally felt very good with. I loved that. But here in America, a lot of people are more beat around the bush, compliment you, tell you things that you may want to hear, but they don't always feel in themselves is true. So I loved that Romanians were very direct, and those are some of the biggest differences I can think of between the Romanian culture and the American culture.
Hold on.
So Romanian culture, there's 2 things you need to know right off the bat. First is communism fell like 20 years ago, but you're still going to notice it. Everything's built out of concrete, everything. So that common image that you get of like communist Russia.
If you guys had to flee to one country, would you guys choose Russia too? Like passport, like go to Russia?
Maybe.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Oh, you go to Russia too? Because like some parts of Russia isn't that bad.
Well, like let's say if you're you ever heard of Edward Snowden?
Nope.
Okay, well, Edward Snowden, he worked for the U.S. government, and I forgot exactly what he did. Like what branch of I think he was in the NSA or some shit. One of them, and he ended up like leaking a lot of corruption that the government was doing, and morally he did a righteous thing by telling the U.S. taxpayers and the citizens on what's going on, but they call it treason for what he did, and he would have been sent to a federal prison. Well, instead of doing that, he fled to Russia, where they gave him where they took him in. I forgot the exact word, but since then he's been living in Russia. I don't know how well he's doing, but let's say like somebody in the United States does that shit. Well, that's by example somewhere to flee to.
Yeah.
and that's what the Jews do too. Like when they're over here in like fucking CBS or NBC, one of them, they did. It might have been ABC. They did a report on a rabbi or some shit, and he molested like a young boy, similar like what the Catholics do or were doing or still doing. That happens in like Orthodox Judaism too, and all these like Jewish rabbis and Jewish men are fleeing to Israel, avoiding their crimes here in America, and it's like a refuge place. That's the word I'm looking for. They're seeking refuge in this land because their crimes are overlooked when they go to like different countries, and like Israel's like harboring like a lot of like people for sex crimes. That's why they think Epstein went there too. And I wouldn't doubt that.
Some people believe Epstein faked his death.
Yeah. You see the footage. There's like one or two. I think there's either a minute or an hour that's missing from the footage. And if you look at like the act, they put it online. His like his holding cell where he killed himself supposedly. There's like a part out of it that's like missing. You can see like where it's like 1 minute, and then it's like let's say 1 minute and 20 seconds, and then it's like 1 minute and 30 seconds. There's like fucking like portions of it that are missing out of the footage. It's like real strange.
Yeah. Because even Coffin Uprising say he faked his death too.
Yeah, I think everybody actually believes that.
Dude, yeah, I was thinking about doing a video on the Epstein list too.
I think he was a Mossad agent. There's a lot of videos that I still got to do. I've been slowly like looking into all this again. Like the last like 3 or 4 months, I've like haven't done shit at all. I got to recover.
That mass shooting in Sydney was a psyop.
I've heard of it, but I haven't even looked into it. I have no opinion yet, but probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them because there's supposed to be like some Arabs that did it too.
Yeah, that's the course that they always go to.
Yeah, because I gotta like look into it. I really haven't had enough time to look into it.
But Israel, they're now taking and seizing land in Syria. Have you seen that?
Nope.
Yeah, they're actually going on with map expansion for territory wise. They
expansion.
They're annexing Gaza, so now it's actually going to be their land, and then they're going to annex the West Bank, where the other to the east, where the other Palestinians are, and then they're going to southern eastern northern eastern parts of Israel and southern western parts of Syria, and they're taking land now. They say that they went there for some group of like minorities there that are some, like Jews, and then they're not Jews. It's weird, but yeah, they're gonna take that land too.
Oh.
Slowly but surely. Everything that I said, I definitely think it's gonna come to surpass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because they wanted like to create the they want to create the expansion for like a trade route. I think, like for the canal.
Yeah. I think that's the last kicker.
I think they'll try to do it, but it'll like fail because it'll probably cause a World War III.
No, I think it's gonna win, and I think the outcome of the like, I think they're gonna because they're already accomplishing everything that they wanted. You know what I'm saying? And like slowly but surely, it all came to plan. You know what I mean? And I think they're gonna get what they want because they're already getting what they want. So I think eventually all the countries that are going to be out of pocket for a lot of this, losing land, paying reparations for like trying to defend, whatever and whatnot, are getting involved. I think a lot of them are going to declare war. I think that's going to be an outcome too. I could see that.
Then it'll probably like cause a World War III.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, see, because now, what do you think about BRICS nation and like the Israel expansion? You like think it's like because have you ever seen like that Muslim guy sent you like these videos?
I think that's just people picking their place. I think it may play a factor into it, but I'm not really sure about that.
He's called Middle Nation. You ever heard of him?
No.
So a Middle Nation is basically he's supposed to be a nation of Islam. He was basically saying like how like it's basically the global South versus versus like the westernized countries.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure. I can't speak on that. I don't have any.
It's a race
info.
between the Western countries ran by the U.S., influenced by the U.S. and Europe, versus the global South, like Russia. Well, Russia is not the global South, but they're a part of it. Russia, China, BRICS, South America, and South Africa, like they're all racing to like power. So that's why it'll be like a World War III.
I don't think that will start World War III. That's more just like economics. I think it'll play a factor into it on how we acquire shit, but I don't think that's going to be like a Kickstarter for World War III. Because then like you gotta like also throw into the factor like a one world currency, into a cashless society. What they've been pushing like last 5 years with crypto heavily, and now Trump passed that the Gold Act or the Gold Coin Act. I forgot what it's called, but it gives cryptocurrency the same backing as the U.S. dollar. So it now has the same protections as like a $10 bill. And so I think that's very interesting that, they would do that. Yeah. You see a lot of people like truthers, they talk about stuff, but, they overlook like the history or the current events that are happening. Because like, a lot of this plays a factor into a lot of things that are gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's pretty evident,
Now would you say like BRICS is a psyop?
I wouldn't say it's a psyop. I mean, there's no really psyop to get out of that. It's just a country. It's like economics, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like people, how would I throw like an example? Let's say like me and you start a business, and we we sell stuff at $100 an hour, you know, or something. Let's say we sell things that are $100. Well, the people that we're selling to are also selling the same merch that they buy from us, but instead of like paying more and not really pocketing much, they make their own stuff for a less cost, and they cut us out of the proportion, and they just make it themselves and sell it for, you know, the same price. You know, it's just people picking sides. It's not really it's probably a bad example, but I mean, that's just like how, you know, like BRICS and like NATO and like the US would like work. You know, that's not really anything important.
Yeah,
I would say it's important, but it doesn't have to go down to like world affairs. It can, but it's not really at all right now.
now what would you say about Donald Trump? Because there's this article that says Trump closes federal government on Christmas Eve, December the 26th. Well, that's not Christmas Eve, but it's like the day before.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
the day
not
after.
they do that every year though. That's not nothing new.
I mean, but he summons his off because like he opened it back up for like because it's like the longest shutdown in history. Second, he opened it up for the holiday season. Then he like shuts the federal government down right back down because I actually believe America's running out of money.
I'm not sure about that, but they close down every Christmas and like a day after. It's a federal holiday. A lot of employees are out and about. You know, they always close down for like 2 or 3 days. That's not really nothing new.
Well, because there's also another video that says he's gonna make the government shut down like in January too.
You know, I don't really know, but I mean, they
Yeah.
do that every year. Every president has. That's not really anything too important. I could be wrong, but I don't see any relevancy of it. You know, doing a video or looking in heavily to that.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing like a video on the
Obama did
government
that shit
shutdown.
too. You know, that's not really anything
Yeah,
new.
because he said he's going to get rid of Obamacare, but like Obamacare, how it works basically, so before Obamacare, let's say if you had like an illness or whatever, your kidneys are shot, so you try to get some health insurance to cover for it. So way before Obamacare, they could deny you, saying, you came in here with your illness, but you came here with your illness before you got the. So basically, if you have an illness, already, but you just come there for insurance, they can deny you and don't have to pay for it because you already came there with the illness. Now, Obamacare designed it where, okay, even though he came there with the illness already, you still got to cover for his medical bills.
Yeah, there's some good things in that. And I've even seen Trump reply to that. He was asked a question like that on, I think, TV, and he replied that they're working on a good replacement for it, but until, you know, they have that situated, Obamacare is like a good it's good as it is right now. And you know, I would agree with that too.
No, I thought
It could be worse.
because it was a guy named Big War Genius. He's like a doomer, but he's like a trucker. So he is like based saying like how like shit would get worse in the country. That's all he speaks about nowadays. So Big War Genius, I don't know if you know who that guy is. He's like a black guy who drives trucks. He
No, I don't.
So Big War Genius was basically saying, watch out, like things will get worse. Like he'll slash all the benefits in America is like running out of money.
Yeah, I don't think America's running out of money.
I don't know because like they even like seize Venezuelans oil too because it seems like I gotta like do
Yeah,
another
there's
video.
definitely going to be a war with Venezuela, but I think that really like is taking off because of the drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the CIA is the one who bought the drugs over here. It's really not about the drugs. They need to seize those people's oil. So
There
that's
was
why.
already drugs over there. The CIA bought drugs from there to America. There was
Yeah.
already drugs there.
So it's really not a war on drugs. Trump is trying to do. He's just trying to seize those people's oil over there.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit about them. I mean, they're you know, they've asked for it. You know what I'm saying?
But China also said
I
shit too,
wouldn't
so.
be 100% okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like they brought drugs into America. He's been blowing up the boats and shit, and the ships and the submarines that be coming over here. You know, I don't doubt that at all.
Well, that's
You
just
know,
government CIA
and
that bought
I
it over
say
there.
that's a good thing.
But the USA will also buy the crack and put it in certain neighborhoods, and then say, "Oh, look, they're selling crack to us." But okay, what the CIA the ones who bought the crack over here in the first place?
Yeah, yeah, they definitely were. But I mean, it's like picking two sides of like lesser evils. I mean,
No, I think
which
he's
one
just
do you
trying to
want?
go rob them people out of oil. In my opinion,
Say what?
I think he's just trying to go rob those people out of oil.
Yeah, no doubt. But like stopping the drugs from coming over here. I would not be against that.
Yeah, like the fentanyl. The fentanyl is the actual pill that came from the medical industry. Now, how did fentanyl end up becoming like a pharmaceutical drug to like a street drug? Because like the fentanyl is like even bad in over here in Chicago and like the community I live in too over here. Not that not that bad. Not that bad in the wintertime, but in the summertime, all like the fucking addicts would come out at night.
Yeah, it's too cold for them. They're out somewhere.
Yeah, like the summertime, it'd be like shit tons of addicts outside.
Yeah, yeah, it's like that over here too. Bunch of like tweakers and crackheads and homeless. A lot of homeless. But when it's raining, they're out elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? They're in the shelter from the cold and shit. And I don't really like the homeless. You know, I feel sorry for them, but I'm tired of smelling piss and seeing shit on the sidewalks. You know, and like no, like there's one thing being homeless, and then there's one thing of not being human. And a lot of these people have lost, what do you call it, modesty. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, you're homeless, but why are you shitting broad daylight in the middle of the sidewalk where people got to like, walk? You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to step in human shit.
Yeah, I
And I'm
seen
tired
that
of
too
smelling
when I went to
piss.
Chicago.
And I'm tired of seeing these motherfuckers. So like, yeah, I do also like the winter time too.
Yeah. Yeah, I like wintertime better because like the summertime, I don't like the heat because first of all it puts too much pressure on my lungs, whereas like the like you're like choking on air. Second is just makes my skin too sticky. I don't thrive that much in heat, so I'd rather choose the cold.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. It don't snow over here though too. So the winter is like cold. And then it's weird though because the weather's starting to change around here. Like the summers are getting a lot cooler and like even raining and foggy and shit. This whole last summer for like from like July and shit in June, fucking it was like cold as fuck as it is now. You know what I'm saying? And the winter beginning was like really warm, but now it's starting to pick off hella like cold. And like where I'm at, it gets cold and foggy and it rains, but it doesn't ever seem like it's as cold as it is right now. I think that we're due for like a major ice age because we haven't had one for like they say for like 3,000 years. I think longer, 10,000 years. And so like they say that we're like long due for one, and I think there's some kind of truth in that. I think that the weather is going to shift drastically, and I think they're going to play that into like some kind of like climate change shit. I don't believe in that. I think stuff like that happens, naturally.
They got
And
a guy in the Discord server that says soil erosion and climate change is due to overpopulation.
no, that's retarded.
Because he also said too, like if there's too many people standing on the plates, like the plates will crack, causing the earthquakes.
That sounds retarded.
I don't know, because like I mean, people say, oh, we could all fit in Texas, we could all like fit in Chicago, fit in New York, fit in San Francisco or whatever. I mean, I possibly do think the world could get overpopulated, but we're not there yet.
No, I don't think standing on grass with like 10,000 people is gonna like change the tectonic plates. That's like
that's like
it's kind of like pseudo. People. That's kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's the British guy and B Steve Server. He believes in that.
That's
the soil erosion. So if we like keep digging at the earth to create more skyscrapers, putting metal in the earth to like basically digging inside of the earth to create more metals, or creating more farms or whatever, like creating more industrial stuff in buildings, it's going to cause soil erosion because we got to keep building that stuff to fit to fit a greater population. So therefore, overpopulation could cause soil erosion. That's what he was basically saying. That I mean, I kind of agree with that, because like if you like have too many people in one continent, you keep building stuff like this, you could cause soil erosion.
I think there may be a little bit of truth in that, the way you put it, but I don't think there's too much thought. Like if you're like digging in the land constantly, you probably get like them holes that occur like in the street. Wouldn't doubt that, but not sinkholes and shit. But what they teach you like in science class, that like the Earth's layers are thick, and there's like millions of miles of like layers, and like the further you go, there's like the Pleistocene and all this other shit, and you'll start finding all these like fossils and stuff from like the very beginning of like millions of years. And I can't see any truth in that. Like setting up hella people on the earth, too many people standing on the earth is causing tectonic plates to shift and causing earthquakes. And that's kind of retarded, man.
Yeah. Yeah, there's also the deepest point on Earth too, called the Mariana Trench. You ever heard of it?
Yeah. I put that in my Flat Earth series.
Yeah, I always did want to go to the Mariana Trench, because you could like rent out like submarines too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the guy, but he went to the bottom of that.
Yeah, he went to the very bottom of it, but you have to like be careful, because you have to like have a special submarine for that. Because if you don't if you don't have like a certain submarine, it could like instantly implode.
Yeah, I think there's creatures down there that we still have yet to find. I think it goes farther down. I think there's like more terrain. Like there's probably more like large entrances that are even further, and like larger creatures. Because like think about it. Because like biblically wise, like Leviathan is like a sea creature. So there has to have been more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that thing was probably huge. So what if there's even like more that are down there? And like that big ass squid, I forgot what they call it, but
the Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken. There's another word for it, but yeah, the Kraken. I think shit like that's real. You know what I'm saying? And I think that they probably like have surfaced above our like level a few times. And, that's like where the stories come from of us seeing them. But I think that there's more that are down there.
Yeah, that's why I want to get my submarine and go down there for myself.
I'm more interested in seeing that than going to like the fucking moon. You know what I'm saying? Like why like there's so much on the earth that we have yet to find. Like why would we like not look here like in the ocean for like stuff than like space? It seems like it'd be cheaper. I don't believe in any of that, but for the people that do, wouldn't that be like a cheaper solution? is like underwater exploration and space exploration.
Yeah.
You haven't even mapped out all of the Earth yet. You don't even know like if there's they're still finding like creatures out in like the Amazon that they didn't even know exist, or they thought fucking like went extinct that didn't go extinct. You know, so like just imagine that.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Pacific Rim, like where the portal opens in the Mariana Trench? You got like all these big ass monsters, kaiju's coming out.
Yeah, I know the movie. I've seen some trailers and like clips, but I never watched the full thing. Isn't that
Yeah.
like kind of like goes in line with like Godzilla?
Yeah, it's like Godzilla, but it's like I wouldn't say a knockoff, but it's like it's like a different story because in Japanese culture, huge monsters in the ocean or huge monsters in general will be called kaiju. So a kaiju would be like Godzilla or like some other huge monster, like Spacezilla, Godzilla, the three-headed dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen that.
You seen the Godzilla Hollow Earth movie?
No, but I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, now some people actually believe like huge monsters like Godzilla actually exist, though. Me personally, I actually believe it's. I mean, there could possibility be be a possibility of like like actual like the like for instance like the megalodon could still be out there too, because other people believe like the megalodon. It's like a huge shark.
Yeah. I was thinking about that earlier too. Yeah, I think that I think they definitely exist. Maybe not like Godzilla level of like big ass creatures, but at least something that's like at least the size of like 6 or 7 school buses. I would say so, because we have creatures that are nearly that size now, like fucking blue whales and stuff, whale sharks. They're already fucking huge to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think that there's definitely stuff like I mentioned earlier, like Leviathan. I think like big, at least semi-large aquatic creatures exist, and we have yet to find them. I think there's like parts of the ocean that are like so dense and like large for these like habitats for like for as a habitat on like creatures to like thrive in and grow that large. I think they're definitely under in deeper parts of the ocean than just the Mariana Trench.
Because the Mariana Trench is the deepest part we discovered so far, so there could be other deep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There might be more. There's always more.
Because the Mariana Trench is so deep, like it's 7 miles down. So like that's like like about 6 to 7 Burj Khalifa stacked onto each other.
Yeah. That's funny that you mentioned that though too, because I was thinking of going in my flat Earth video and clipping that part out of the Mariana Trench like example, because like in the scriptures it talks about like the firmament and the waters above. I think that's actually like a good example. I think the reason why like we see like night and like pitch black skies is because there's no like light that's reflecting above, and so we're seeing like the dark parts of the this like vast ocean above, and then when there's like a light source that lights it up, we can see the water being lit. But I think if we went past that point of like that light source above, like say like actual like outer space, and it's all water, I think it just keep getting darker. And I think like the ocean that we have here on Earth is an example of that. Hold on, let me see. I might be able to
I got a
clip
permanent
you the
video
portion for you
right now.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right. What about you, Shay? Have you ever ran into the Bigfoot in Canada?
No, not that I know of.
Uh, would you go up to it and pet it?
Yes.
Yeah, I wish I ran into the Bigfoot. I don't even think the Bigfoot would be in Illinois because I live like by open land. I don't live like around a lot of trees.
Damn, Bigfoot's like looks like a gorilla.
Hey, yo, I found it. I'm gonna send you the playlist. It's like the second video down, and it's at the 4-minute mark.
Oh, hold on. I thought I had it on this channel. I probably had it on the. Okay, it's probably this one.
Did you get in the back chat?
Yeah. Let me look on the back chat real quick.
It's the second video down. It says light and something water, and it's at the 4-minute mark.
Hold on. Okay. The dome firmament space, stone bombs reaching to the top, waters above the sprites.
It's the second video in the playlist.
Light and water dome, the firmament, and the waters above it.
Yeah, that one. It's a 4-minute mark.
Hold on, let me go to it real quick.
Are you able to share screen?
Yep.
All right. It's just a little edit that I put into this video.
You said 4-minute mark?
Yeah. This is one of my favorite videos. I got copyrighted on this one. I had to trim portion of it out.
Oh wow! Well, it's supposed to be like a dome, a glass dome covering it.
That's why this liquor ad right here had this flat Earth, firmament, dome, oceans above reference. See it? It's like an ocean. Right here. See like the deepest parts right here?
Yeah.
And then pause it right here. So like the saying like as above, so below. I think this is like a great like indication for an example of something that would fit that phrase. Because I think like the bottom reflects the top. So you see how there's like a light source, and you can see the ocean below, and we have like the levels of like how light reflects into the ocean through the water. And like the deeper the ocean goes, the more that the light dims. So we're reaching like parts that are like where the sun hits. And then the further you go down, like Mariana Trench wise, the darker you'll see, like the darker it will go, the less you'll see where it's like pitch black. You're like maybe in a void or something. And I think it's the same situation as the top. You know what I'm saying? I think that the bottom reflects the top. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You keep playing this. I think it goes more a little bit too.
Now I get a question.
What do you think?
If you go to the top, if you like go to the very top where the dark waters are at, right in that area, is it like if you was up there with a submarine, can you possibly implode?
I don't know. That's like the wonder about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's mysterious because nobody knows. It's it's the what do you call those? It's the construct. That's what I like to call it of God. You know what I'm saying? This is a divine intervention creation, and we have yet to even understand it.
Hold on, let me because it's actual video of a person. It was this Asian guy that like went to the deep end of the ocean because he like found another pocket of water under the ocean. He like went missing and died under. He like died in a helicopter crash too. I'm trying.
Yeah, just before you pull up anything else, can you play like the next minute of this?
Sure.
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment, weapons, training simulations, anything we need.
Let this segment play out real quick. It's a Matrix reference, but it goes hand in hand.
Clothes are different. The plugs in your arms and head are gone. Your hair has changed. Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self. This is real. What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. This is the world that you know.
All right, you're good.
Yeah, because
I just wanted to play that.
In physics class, they told us, "Oh yeah, we see the northern lights because the Earth is spinning, creating electrical force." But over here in the video, it's like the sun reflecting off of the.
Oh, go back to the very beginning of this video because there's a demonstration that shows that. I forgot the exact mark, but if you skim along, should be around here.
Right here?
I'm not too sure, but yeah, play it.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And so, first day of creation, God is separating the light from the darkness. Okay, so that's the first day. And then, so now let's look at the second day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters." Okay, pay attention to that, waters. "And let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and morning were the second day." So it relates to water, what's going on.
All right, right here, Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis, I guess you mentioned. Pause that right here.
Invisible plasma shield which protects Earth from radiation discovered 7,200 miles above the planet.
Yeah, so there's an invisible plasma shield. And so I think that there's truth in this, as what they tell you with what is the you know, the layer when you go to space, the zone, I forgot the name of the zone. You know what I'm talking about? You know what that's called?
The ozone.
Yeah, the ozone. I think in lame terms, as like pseudoscience wise, is what they teach in school. The ozone layer is a a copycat structure, because they don't know what the ozone layer is. They just know there's something there, and I think that is in reference to the firmament. You know what I'm saying? And so if you have like a glass structure and you set it down for a while, there's going to be a currency in like the top portion of it, due to like some kind of like stuff rising. I forgot the exact vocabulary for it was, but this invisible plasma shield, which protects the Earth from radiations discovered 77,200 miles above the planet. I think that this is in reference to the firmament. And there's some kind of electrical magnetic frequency that's going on in this very top structure of it. You know what I'm saying? You could probably find demonstrations of it online, but I think that's what we're seeing is this frequency of electrical currents above lighting up in the night sky in northern hemispheres due to, you know, the cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're seeing with the aurora borealis, is some kind of a radiation field from an electrical current. And there's the next portion after this. If you keep playing it, you'll see what I'm saying. That's a dome construct. It's some kind of like thing this person created that I found, and I forgot what he did, but it's like, what do you call those? Like during Christmas with the ball, the snow globe.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what it looks like, and there's some stuff that's going on inside there. You know. But that's about it, man. That's all I had to show you on this. What do you think about that?
I think
that sound plausible.
Yeah. Yeah, because on glass surfaces too. If you ever been to a science museum, if you touch a plasma ball, like it'll be electricity around like the around the glass.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Because over there in school they teach us, it's just magnetic force. Because you know how like a generator, like you have the north current, you have your north current, and you have like your southern magnetic force and your north magnetic force. That's what they teach us. It's like a magnet, but also you can have electrical plasma in a glass ball too.
Yeah, and then there's also a neutral body out of like negative and positive. I think that's what you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Kind of like a battery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing.
Okay, now we're gonna.
But that's all I really had to say about that.
Subject. Our final subject will be about the guy from the Dark Shadow podcast. What's his name again? The Flame.
Oh, I don't even remember, man.
Yeah. No, Flash. Yeah, Flash. Flash from the Dark Shadows. From Dark Shadows. Dark
Users.
Shadow. Oh no, this is the scene I was talking about. Like this guy literally gets defensive when you
Oh, oh my god.
Hashtag.
You called a black man the N word, Flash, after you hitting your mom for dating a black guy. This so this is my theory that I came up with, and this could possibly be true because he gets real pissed off and defensive.
Oh, you should state your age, by the way.
Why is that? Oh, it's like I'm 19.
It's just okay. There you go. It's just better that you do that.
So if he was like some older guy, then they'll like troll you.
No, it's just better that you say that you're 19.
So like that's like the algorithm.
Yeah, you say that.
Oh, I wonder why the algorithm does that. That's pretty strange. Yeah, this is so after stating this comment, this what he had to say.
Not so X shade.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh really? Where's your proof, huh? Where's your proof, huh? Where's your proof? Where's your proof, huh? Oh wait, you don't have any. So no one's gonna believe you, bitch.
Enough with the damn trolls already.
I don't. Also, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. How would you shut? How would you?
Yeah. See, and then so it goes from okay, you slap your mom to okay, I'm not gay. So this guy exposes himself. So now he so basically now this guy is all he's just doing is exposing himself. Nobody called him gay. He just said he slapped his mother. So obviously he feels like that about himself. Second, he gets super defensive when he starts saying other shit. So obviously it must be true. You see how aggressive and crazy this guy is. It's obviously true. He slaps his mother. If she doesn't have the chicken nuggets done on time, that's totally fucked up.
You shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah, he ain't gay.
Seriously, please, ban that bitch.
He's gone. He's gone.
The guy is a psycho. There's a final video I'm gonna react to real quick. Which one is it? This is Nick Fuentes' view on marriage. He actually gives a good perspective on it, because all Nick Fuentes is basically saying is that the juice isn't worth the squeeze like it used to be. Well, the juice isn't worth the squeeze because like marriage is mostly like a status thing over here in the West. Because like if you don't like keep the woman satisfied enough, the relationship could go wrong. You gotta like spend money and resources. You got to do this and that and say this and that to approach a woman. Because one time I approached some chick at my job. She's like a sub 5. I don't know if you guys know what a sub 5 is.
I do.
Have you ever like a femcel was like sub 5?
Yeah.
So like a sub 5 is basically like a person that's in the middle of being handsome or ugly or pretty or ugly, but like they're not attractive, but they're not that ugly. They're like in the middle. Like I'm worse than a sub 5, so I'm below sub 5. But anyway, I brutally rejected by a sub 5 female, which this bitch has a lot of nerves rejecting me, even though she's a sub 5. But so anyway, what I was gonna say, I lost train of thought because I'm getting real sleepy here. A sub 5. Yes, it's basically hard to get women since like if you're a sub 5 incel. So it's more like a status thing.
Too bad you're against mixing. Do you know me? Do you know anything about me? Do you have any inkling of if this is real, on the off chance this is a real super chat and you're not messing with me, do you people really believe that when I finish the show, I go and sit down and I think, man, oh man, I just wish I had a girlfriend. Like, do you know anything about me? For fuck's sake. I hear people say this occasionally in the super chats. They're like, I'm praying for you to find a wife. It's like, I don't fucking want a wife, bro. Now, that's going to be on some level a necessity because I want children. I have an obligation, I feel, to have children.
See, that's another thing too. Like some men actually want children, but like you have to go through the woman in society, which if you go through a woman, it's a risk that she can't take care of your assets and take care of your children. So some men want children, but at the same time, you have to go through bullshit with the damn women, and it's
not worth it.
It's basically trying to have a needle in a haystack, trying to look for a good woman for children, because you just can't have children by any woman.
I pay child support if anything happens to like a divorce. Right. Like, it's pointless. I value peace more.
Right, because I'm actually afraid of women because they like put men on child support. I'm afraid of them. They always put men on child support. They always like suck up resources.
Hey, yo, man, when you're done with this, can you play one more video to go along with this?
The flat Earth?
No, Nick Fuentes.
Sure.
All right. But yeah, I agree with his take on this.
Yeah.
Children. I think it would be weird if I wasn't married. I think.
To be fair, Nick is 26 years old. He's got a good amount of money. He's got a good amount of fame. The only thing with him is that if he does get married, it's going to put the other person in a little bit of a safety risk.
The alternative is worse. You have two terrible options. You could be a 40-year-old single guy, and that just is weird, and everyone thinks you're gay, and you're a creep anyway. You're just like a freak loser, I guess. Not insulting my single 40-year-old men, but you know how it is. You become one of these like old guys with gray hair wearing like a leather jacket trying to be cool, and you're just like weird. Terrible option. The other option is you have to be married and pretend that you like it. You have to say things like, the happiest day of my life. You know, you got everything changed. Two horrible options, but I think there are two.
So the first option that he described is actually very true. You see that a lot.
Right, because the first option, you will like have to the first option, if you want to choose marriage, you like have to go through the woman and submit to the system through the woman, because the woman can take you to court, take you out of your shit, and that's always keeping the woman happy. Versus, okay, you like Nick Fuentes said, you could be a lonely loser. If you're an old man, you're gonna be considered a lonely loser, and you're gonna be if an old man chooses to be MGTOW and stays by himself, oh, you're a lonely loser. You don't have any kids. You don't get any pussy. You don't do this. Like, people look at you as being lame. However, if you do get a wife, you have to deal with nagging and complaining all the time. You're not free to make certain choices. Oh, let me ask my wife about that. Let me see what my wife thinks about that. It's always, you have to keep the woman entertained. You have to spend time and resources to keep the woman entertained. You literally spend literally spend most of your days, almost all day, just keeping the woman entertained. You got to keep texting her. So basically, it's like you have to it's basically complicated dealing with women. So you can be the lonely loser, or you like deal with or you have to be like forced to deal with the women in society. So that's basically all he was saying. But he rather, since he's a guy who wants kids but have a hard time with women, he'd rather just choose a marriage instead, which I understand that. So you can't win. It's a game you can't win. So you just choose the lesser evils, I guess.
Isn't he a Catholic? So I don't understand what's the poor happy in there.
Through the rigmarole. I'm not gonna like it. I'll do it. I'm not gonna like it. You can make me get married. You can't make me like it. Okay. I'm not gonna be doing the best man speech where he makes fun of me in a funny way. But seriously, you two are the happiest couple I've ever met.
I mean, to be fair, who's actually doing those best man speeches nowadays? Like, if your best friend is doing a speech like that, he's not your best friend. Like, I haven't seen a speech like that in a minute. That's like the 2008 days.
At least one half of them is, but seriously, like, we're not doing that though. We're not. If it's like that, it's gonna be some serious. It's gonna be like the Kill Bill wedding. If the best man is giving a speech like that, it's gonna look like the wedding in Kill Bill. So yeah. Anyway.
And if your best man cries,
I love when the super chats come in.
Okay, I'm about to end the stream. Let me play the one more video you said the play. Is this Catboy Cammy?
I was gonna pick you up at like noon or 1, and then I just kept like.
He went on a date with some femboy.
I just kept watching. I watched a lot of videos about dinosaurs. People have been giving me shit about. I said I don't believe in dinosaurs. So I was doing some research. About that, watching like some, and then I just kind of got. Then I just got sucked in, and then I was watching videos about the end times and about Noah's Ark, and then I was watching a video about Star Wars.
So you've looked at the data. What do you think about the laws now then?
So I guess so they're real, but they lived with people. That was the takeaway.
Okay.
Yeah, because I did my research. Because I said on the show in a very tongue-in-cheek way, I'm like, yeah, I find it hard to believe that dinosaurs are real. And I even all these fucking people get on my case. They're like, oh, well, you don't believe in dinosaurs. Oh, he doesn't even. Oh, wait, you don't believe in dinosaurs? And it's so funny to me because that's exactly the intended reaction. Like, I don't care. I don't care about dinosaurs. I'm going to put the heat on. It's getting fogged up a little bit. Yes. I don't care about dinosaurs. I don't know anything about dinosaurs. And I said, even on the show, I said, yeah, they probably were real. I said, when I think about it, it just seems like outlandish to me. I said, I just find it hard to believe. Are we not allowed to say that? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't say they're not real. I didn't say, well, my opinion is they're not real. I said, well, it seems kind of like crazy when you think about it. And they're like, no, you don't believe in. So then I did all this research, and I texted a good friend of mine because he's very woke on the GQ on the dinosaur question. I was like, do you have any resources on the dinosaur question? In the Bible, it talks about dinosaurs. They talk about, in the book of Job, they talk about behemoth, which is a sauropod. They broke down all the different descriptions of the behemoth, and it was a sauropod. And they showed how they uncovered a lot of dinosaur bones, and in the dinosaur bones, they found like red blood cells, which organic material like that couldn't survive 65 million years, which is what they said was how long ago the dinosaurs died. Okay. Also, the fossil stuff was consistent with drowning in perhaps a great biblical flood as opposed to a meteor. So that was my red pill on the DQ today.
I see.
So I now believe I think they lived with people and they were created by God.
I see he's basically saying like all the like same shit you were saying, like that, like the you had like the behemoth and the Leviathan, like they're all like what you thought was dinosaurs was actually biblical mythical creatures. That's why you showed me the video.
Right.
They died in the flood.
When it comes to shit like dinosaurs, I think it's just not very.
Can you hear me?
Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's exactly.
Yep.
Yo. All right. Yep. Yeah. I don't know if you just heard me, but I said that's the exact reason why I wanted to show that portion of this video, because it goes along in with the. That's not the reason why I wanted to show this video. I wanted to show the Catboy. I don't know if you heard me a moment ago. It said I was muted, so I don't know if you heard me. But I said that's not the part that I wanted to show. You can keep skipping along this video. I wanted to show the Catboy. But what he said, I wholeheartedly believe in. From like, the red blood cells with, the biblical dinosaurs being found in the Bible. I definitely don't think that they were billions of years old. There's no way. at all. And I definitely believe in a global flood, so I would say maybe that's what might have killed them off, no doubt. Maybe I'm not too sure. Maybe the land ones, because there's a global flood. There's the ocean dwelling creatures. You know what I'm saying? They probably could have survived. But I definitely think that dinosaurs are biblical. So what he said right now, that's how I would probably explain that. But I just wanted to show you the cat boy. Did you hear me at all while this was playing? Because it said I was muted, but I was
Yeah, I
talking.
didn't hear you at all.
Oh wow.
This part.
Yeah. I just wanted to show the cat boy.
So Nick Fuentes actually went on an actual date with Catboy Cammy.
Supposedly, I don't know if any of this is real. I don't know if you heard me when this video first started, but I said he might be a closeted homosexual. I don't know too much about this guy to speak, but I'm just going what is based off of what I see from surface level information. You know what I'm saying? So, I agree with a lot of his takes, like on marriage and, dating culture and America in general, and, Hitler and the Jews, and, a lot of the stuff that we normally talk about, I would agree with that. But I mean, from what I've seen, there's questionable material, but that's I'm not saying he's a shill or anything. I'm just saying he has some sins to work on.
Yeah. Yeah, but Nick Fuentes make good points, because I was even talking with a guy one time about politics and immigration, because he said his neighborhood was like flooded by Mexicans, and I said, yeah, the neighborhood I live at is flooded by Mexicans too. So then we was like talking at a train station and shit. So then the guy's like, because then this guy was basically saying like how like the legals came up fucking up his neighborhood. It's a rich neighborhood, and it's a rich neighborhood this guy stays in too, but they went and fucked it up because like you had Mexicans selling candy outside a fucking bank. Then you had like Mexicans panhandling across the street. So then I told him our solution, because let's not depend on we shouldn't depend on the government to deport them. What we should have done at the time is the American citizens should have took up arms and took every Mexican off the street and deported them by ourselves.
Yeah, and now Trump's doing that, and that's one of I have a I don't know, like my family, they like Trump. They ask me, hey, do you like him? I have like some points, they might agree with some of those, for the most part. But there's stuff that Trump does that I like, and there's some stuff that he does that I don't like. Like the whole cracking down on immigration and, the drugs and how he's operating it. That's probably a similar way that I would do it. You get satellite footage of drug boats coming in. Yeah, I definitely would send a missile and eradicate those. No doubt, that's something I would do. And the way that he's cracking down on immigration and people getting mad, that's just as it is. But I definitely would do that myself, exactly the way he's doing it. When ICE, because nobody knew what the hell ICE was even before it was popular. People probably knew, but I guarantee you half of the normal U.S. citizens that are NPC minded, they probably didn't even know what the hell ICE was. They probably think this is a new thing. But immigration, this has been around for a while, this agency. And what they're doing, I definitely agree on that. The way that they went about it. Boot them all out. Kick them all out. Nobody wants them here,
Yeah. I told the guy we should actually arm up and deport them ourselves, though.
Yeah, but that probably causes more of an issue.
Yeah.
And ICE is hiring right now. They got some good pay wages and what do you call those benefits?
Damn.
They got some pretty good benefits. I was looking to sign up for that. I looked at the requirements, and I think you have to go to
police school.
Yeah, something like that. Or some kind of like school to to learn like degrees on like criminal law. There we go. And I think that's a requirement, but I'm not too sure. But they're actually recruiting veterans. That's like a big thing that they're open for. So like when the soldiers come over here, after serving the Jews, Jewish interest and Zionist interest
Yeah.
over like the wars and shit, they don't make no sense, and then they come home and they don't have a home, and a lot of them could become homeless after a while. And the VA don't really help them out that much. ICE is recruiting, and that's definitely something that I could see former veterans being awesome in. That's a good field for them to be in, is immigration. Out of all like the good things that I say, out of all the things that the American government does, such as like fighting wars overseas that are like retarded, that we don't need to be in, I say that's like the best place to be in.
Yeah,
It's ICE.
you should join ICE, and like you should join ICE since you already have a YouTube channel. You should like have body cam footage too, like have
Yeah,
body
that would be
cam footage.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'd probably get some views from that. But I don't know. My family wanted me to look into joining ICE. I would do it.
yeah, you
That
should.
seems like a moral
Field.
a job. Yeah, field, instead of like going and joining like the Air Force or something, and killing Arabian kids and shit for banker Jayish interest.
Yeah,
I
hook
think.
interest.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm coughing because I have to cough. I'm not coughing because I'm trying to censor words.
Yeah, yeah, like it's like a lot of Alex bread.
No, I went to the hospital recently. I have issues right now.
Oh.
But I put in my Discord. I'm not gonna say for like just keep the thing shorter because you're probably trying to end this right now. But yeah, I think that's a moral field for people to join rather than like joining the army and going overseas and dying for retarded causes. That's all I had
Yeah.
to say.
All right, I'm about to do the Roman salute before I leave. Let's just do
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. This is a good stream. You want to keep this up.
Oh yeah, I forgot they'll fucking flag the shit. I do it on my BitChute videos though. You seen the
yeah, but that's the site to do it on though.
Yeah.
You should start reacting to BitChute exclusive people that have been banned off of YouTube. Like Brother Nathaniel. He's really interesting. You know who he is?
Yeah, I know who the guy is. He's like the Russian Jew.
No, he's not Russian. He's an Eastern Orthodox. It's Russian Orthodox, aka Eastern Orthodox. They're an offshoot of the Catholic Church because they didn't like what the Catholics were doing. But yeah, he's from Colorado. He's not Russian at all.
Is he Georgian, like far as ethnicity?
No, he's Jewish. He like them Jews that and the Yiddish people that you see over like in NYC. He's like them. He's an ethnic Jew, and but he's a Christian now. And he exposes like everything about the religion that that we talk about. But he's one of them. So it's very interesting seeing a take from a person like that professes Christ as heavily as he does. And the broader spectrum of the Eastern Orthodox say that he's not a priest. I don't know if he is or not, but he's very keen on what he says. I would call him a priest.
Yeah. You seen that Omega video I did?
No, I have not.
Those people on Omega.
No, I haven't. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, I did like Gypsy Crusader, but except for I was like I was like telling people about the Jews.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to do it because you'll be there for a minute trying to search for actual people because they just keep skipping forward. You could choose a country to troll people. You could choose Israel. You could choose India. I just mainly choose Israel to troll those people. To troll people in
Yeah,
Israel.
I've seen him live, and it takes him like hours to even like get a reaction.
You seen Dixie Wafin?
Yeah. You probably
Yeah,
shouldn't say these names on here, but yeah, they're all on GTV. Yeah, I watch them from time to
yeah.
time.
Dixie Wafin is funny though.
Yeah, that's not how you say his name, but it's Waffen.
Wafin, yeah. Dixie
Yeah,
Wafin. He's funny.
yeah, he's funny too. But
Yes.
he probably wouldn't like you too much, man.
Yeah. I know. I just consume his content 'cause it's funny. Then
But
there's another guy too called Gypsy Crusader.
yeah, I
And
like him. He's not on GTV no more. I can't find his channel on there. I
I
think
think
they
he had
removed it.
locked up in jail too. Because because
Yeah,
I think
he did a few years in federal prison, but he's out now.
what did he go to federal prison for?
I forgot what it was, but he's done an interview on YouTube not too long ago talking about it. You could probably find it.
He got exposed for like being like Mexican, I think, or like Indian.
Yeah, but his name's Gypsy though, so like people already like can put two and two together. Gypsies are have Indian roots from like centuries of like migration. They originally came from India. So like everybody knows that he's Indian. It's in his name, Gypsy Crusader. But he says he's white and like Spanish and like Italian. So I mean, there's probably a possibility.
If you look at him, he really don't look white. He look part white and Indian.
Yeah, he's probably mixed. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Because even some of the white nationalists began like hating him too because they found out he wasn't white, so they exposed him for being a fraud.
Yeah, I'm aware. I've seen the story.
Yeah. Then it's another guy too. It's another guy too called I forget his name. It's on BitChute. Mark Allen King. He really don't show his face that much. Then he will always talk about the Gematria database because Mark Allen King believes the Gematria database. That's how like God speaks to people through a Gematria database.
Yeah.
You
I tried getting Mark Allen King in my Discord. I sent him an invite, and I wanted to see if he wanted to do an interview. But
you got to talk to him through Telegram.
Why?
That's where he's mainly active because he posts shit on Telegram like throughout the whole day. So
yeah, I don't want to use Telegram. I don't trust that site.
Oh, it's safe to use, but so you make a Telegram account, then you go to markallenking.com. You click on the Telegram link, and once you're in the server, you just ask them.
Are you able to reach out to him for me?
Sure.
Yeah.
I get banned from his server.
You can't message him directly.
I never tried that, but I could use the Text Now account to like make another account, Telegram account.
Yeah. That Text Now shit is like so helpful because like I actually pay for a number and it's a real phone number too. Like if you pay the $1.99 a week, which is pretty cheap for something of that quality and like needed, you can like get like a fake number, you know what I'm saying? And like it's a real number though, so it's not fake, And I don't know how they get the numbers because they got tons of them. And if you pay the $1.99 and it locks the firewall that they have behind the the pay, and you can get like codes and shit. So like let's say you use it to for signing up for Amazon and they want you to have a verification code and you send it to this Text Now number that you got paid in, they send the text and like you can put in group chats for like, let's say work and stuff. You could use it as like a real number. And like, you could give this number to people and like, yeah, this is my phone number, but it's not. But you have it though. And you can text people and call people. It's like a real phone number, you know? Like, this is like one of the best things that is like around, you know? Like, out of all the apps I recommend people, this is probably the cheapest and the most easiest and the most useful too. If you're a truther or a troll or somebody that just wants a secondary or thirdary phone number, that's the way to go, you know?
Yeah.
And ironically, my dad's the one that showed me this years ago. Even the TubeMate that I download my videos with, my dad showed me that one. You know, so you know you gotta show some love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, there's this game system too called the Game Stick Pro. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I have not.
So there's like a $40 emulator because like it's an emulator where you could like play retro games on there. Like you get 100,000 video games free of all platforms on the emulator.
Drew showed me one site. I forgot what it was called, but I downloaded some games on there, waiting to play them again. Well, I got to get an SSD drive. I think that's my problem. But once I do that, yeah, I'm gonna start. I want to stream some games, like how we're talking now. I want to stream games, so they're bringing like a gamer
Be careful
audience.
when buying these 4K game sticks because
they're bringing a gamer audience and the truther audience, and I can narrate how we're talking now. And people can watch the games too, you know. That's like pretty decent. And then I can like record shit as like background footage, and like people like watching gameplay footage.
Yeah, people.
But then they also like
do it all the
hear
time.
people talk too. You know?
Yeah, because people go and rant and like have Call of Duty in the background because those get more views too.
Yeah.
No, this is the Game Stick Pro. So this will cost you like $40 on Amazon. So
What
in
is
the
this?
Game Stick, it's a
Oh,
Game Stick Pro.
okay.
So you can play all the retro games like Nintendo, Atari, Genesis, the Sega, you can play Sega, the Donkey Kong, and all the arcade games. You could play PS1, PS2, and PS3, and Xbox if they have it on there. So you get 100,000. Some come with 20,000 video games for free. Retro, 100,000 retro video games for free. I think I ordered the 40,000 one.
be careful when buying these 4K game sticks because a lot of people are actually selling you the wrong one. You'll know if you got the right one if you can see all of these different game consoles it comes with. This one literally comes with 20,000 games already installed. You could literally scroll the games on here for hours. Be careful when buying these 4K game sticks because a lot of people are actually selling you the wrong one. You'll know if you got the right.
See, like these game sticks, you just like plug them in and let me show a video. So you can play the PS3.
Much better than a PS5. Plugs by USB.
Yeah, I understand what you're
Comes with
saying. I've
70
seen stuff like this
consoles
before.
And over 100,000 games. If you mention a game that doesn't have, we send you a mystery gift. Much better than a PS5.
I was gonna get this. I was gonna get a.
But you could just download these individually off of an emulator site.
Computer.
Drew showed me one, and it's pretty. They were pretty decent. I downloaded Jack 2 from the PS2. I downloaded Scarface: The World Is Yours, GTA Vice City Stories, GTA San Andreas for the PS2. I downloaded an Xbox One, the original Xbox games. You got to download I think the BIOS it was for it. But from what he showed me, it was pretty decent. They had a decent quality, and it was free. So I really wouldn't advise paying for this. We could just download everything for free, individually, of course. But that's not really much of a hassle when it's all condensed on a website.
Yeah, I tried downloading an emulator, but my computer is shitty. Graphics is shit. I'm gonna get a new graphics card soon. So the emulator don't
that was
run.
my problem.
Yeah, because I'm trying to play like the Pacific Rim video game too, like all the because I was gonna get me a Xbox 360 because I like the nostalgia of playing the old video games because the older video games
Get
kind
you
of
an Xbox. Well, you got an Xbox One. You can play all those games now with backwards compatibility.
Well, certain ones you like Pacific Rim or Transformers.
They're already on here. Watch, let me show you. I believe. Could be wrong, but I mean, you can like play those now on here. You don't gotta keep spending money.
No, you cannot play Transformers Dark and Moon on Xbox One.
Yeah, there's probably some instances where you can't play certain games. But I found a lot of games already on here. No, there's no Pacific Rim. But I don't know. I just don't see the issue. That's why I bought a PC so I could play all these older games that I always wanted to. I played them as a kid, but I haven't played them in years. And my plan was initially to get a backwards compatible PlayStation 3 that plays PS2 and PS1 games, plus the PS3. But I was like, oh, never mind. I'll get a PC. And truth be told, I got one now, but I just need to put more work into it.
Yeah, see, like all the other video games, like the Xbox, like the Game Stick Pro, you can play like Transformers Dark of the Moon, like other shit. As long as you have like the PS3.
But play it on what though? What does this plug into? What is the Game Stick plug into? A computer?
No, it plugs. Yeah, it can plug into a computer or TV. You just plug this shit in and just like have the controller. That's what I ordered.
You plug it into a TV?
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
No, this is how it works.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you choose to the Jeep. The controls are not bad at all. We're having very nice triggers. And
see, this
my monitor over here is a great example. And I mean, if you just want to plug it in, it doesn't go in all of the way. So we are going to be needing to use the extension cord. I'm happy that they are going to be implementing this in every single properly. HDMI. For example, we don't have any Sega Dreamcast. We don't have any, let's say, Sega Saturn. Something we do find when it comes to different sticks. So another thing is pressing start. Here we're having a very limited menu. So we're only having sound settings and we're having, pressing the wrong button again, enable navigation sounds.
I'll be right back. I got it.
Turn off. That's something I'm absolutely going to be turning off. And because just being, we can just do it fairly easy. Going out of what's going on with the audio, it's completely messed up. Wow.
All right, I think I'm finna head off of here real quick. All right, guys. Thank you for viewing the show. Thank you guys for viewing the show. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and check out the description below. If you guys are newcomers to the channel, you can also join the Discord and link below. With that, I'm gonna say leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.